Okay, Rabbi Chaim, Rosh Chodesh passed. Now it's into the week of Vayetzei, into Rosh Chodesh and Shabbos passed. We're now into the Parshas Vayetzei. Kislev 4 or 5 are now. Let's now talk about the Parshas Vayetzei. Vayetzei Yaakov mer Beersheva v'yelech Harana. He left Beersheva, which is way down, had to go up to the top of Eretz Yisrael and cross over about 380 miles into Haran, which is on the Euphrates River, which is Iraq. That's about 480 miles. Got to go 100 miles up from Beersheba all the way to the top of Eretz Yisrael and cross over. 480 miles, that's a long thing, long trip. Because he was 63 years old, and he was running away from Esau, who wanted to kill him because he stole the brachas. His mother set him up to steal the brachas, and when Yitzchak found out that he was tricked, he said, Baruch Hashem, Baruch Tia, let that boy who I blessed stay blessed. Now I realize he is the Bechor, because I found out, my wife told me, when they were 15 years old, 63, 50, 48 years ago, he bought the Bechorah from Esau. So I did not bless the wrong one. I blessed the right one. Let him stay blessed. Now I know who's a Rasha and who's a Tzaddik. And so before he knew he had to go, so he said, go to my brother-in-law Lavan, and she said, go to my brother Lavan, and go to your uncle Lavan, that means Yitzchak's brother-in-law, and Lavan, and he knew that he will be there 14 years up in Nevuah, so he had to go to the yeshiva first, and put into his system 14 years of Torah to protect him against the 14 years of this Russia. So he went to Shem Ve'aver, where they learned before he went to the yeshiva of Shem Ve'aver. He studied with he studied the Torah from Avraham 15 years, because Avraham died when Yaakov and Esau were 15 years old. So for 15 years he studied from his grandfather Avraham, and the next 48 years or something he studied with Yitzchak, and the last 14 years from 63 to 77, because he ended up at Lavan at 77. He studied Torah with Shem ben Aver, how to live with Shoyim and Chutzlords. All the other Torah he learned under ideal conditions with Avraham and with Yitzchak. Now he had to learn from Shem ben Aver 14 years. So I had to live with 14 years for the next 14 years with Lavan. So now he left his father sent him away, went to Shiva 14 years, 63 and 14 to 77, and he ends up in Haran at 77, and he worked 7 years. At 84 he got married to 2 wives a week apart. And he worked for 7 more years, from 84 to 91, 92, and he worked 6 years for himself, and he left at the age of 98. Let's take a look. Vayetzei Yaakov mer Beersheva, he left Beersheva when he was 77, because he studied 14 years in yeshiva. And he went to Haran 480 miles away. He happened to meet a certain place, not Be Mokum, that place. That's the place where his father had the Akedah. Interesting. And that's the 100 years before. Hashem said to 100 years before. Let's see. Yeah, when his father had the Akedah at 37, Abraham was under 37. And if you do the math, this man now is 77. It was 100 years before, and at the base of Mikdash is going to be there, and the Akedah is there, and now he's going to have a dream with the ladder that's also in the same place. If Bamakom, by Yol and Sham, he slept there. Because the sun came down prematurely. He had to sleep in the dark. Shemesh, so you really should say like this: the sun came down, and then he slept there. But it says it the other way around. But he slept there because the sun came down, which means premature sunset. God wanted him to stay there, wanted to teach him, show him something. Took some of the stones of the place. Yosef shows him, put it around his head. He slept in that place. The Yokum Marasho Sub, plural, Sub Yud Vav. You only have one head. What do you mean his heads? Marasho Sub Lashon Rabin. Look at Evan Ezra. he says, She'orav, he mixed Chalomos b'nei Adam, the dreams of men, in Chalom HaNevuah. He knew how to take ideas that looked like crazy, silly dreams, and he knew how to make it into a dream, into a Nevuah. His head entertained many things. Many times you have dreams, it says in the Gemara, 90% of all the dreams are shtuyot, nonsense. How do you know that this was a real thing? Maybe it's another shtuyot. How do you know it was a nevuah? Said the Ibn Ezra, his head, plural, many things comes into people's head. How did he know that this was a nevuah? Because he's a Navi. How did Yosef know that his dream that he told to his brother is true and not just fantasy? Because he's a Navi. Yosef had to tell the Sarah Mashkin, what you dreamt is not just some disturbing thing. One of you is going to die, one is going to live. It happened that way. Yosef told Pharaoh, the cows and the kernel of grain, that means hunger. I knew what happened. Daniel told Nebuchadnezzar, you know what it means? Because he has to tell them that there's a way, there's only the VM can take secular ideas and mix them together and tell you the emes that's there. Otherwise, your Navi can't do it. Yosef knew it was a Navi because he was the Navi. Yaakov knew it was Nebuah because he's a Navi. But the Sarah Mash was not a Navi. Had to go to Yosef. The Pharaoh was not a Navi. Had to ask Yosef. The Nebuchadnezzar had to ask Daniel. The Ebenezer said, Marasha sub around his head. It tells you many things goes into your head. How can you figure out, separate nonsense from emes? Got to be a Navi. Yishkav Mokum, and he slept in that place. Mokum, used 3 times. First base of Mikdash, second base of Mikdash, and third base of Mikdash would be in that place. Another reason. The Akedah was there. And the Sulam, the dream of the Sulam was there. And another thing happened there. Third thing. A Yachalom, he dreamt. A Yachalom is really a window into another world. Chalom and Chalon, Nun and Mem is switchable. We have that all the time. Bilam is the same as Lavan. We have and Yigdal we say Yishlach L'Keitz HaYomin, it means Yomim. Mem and Nun is switchable. So a dream is a window into another world. A ladder was standing on the ground. Rosh Magia Shemaim, on their top was towards heaven, endless. And it was at an angle. The agents of God, the angels of God, going up and going down. Shouldn't it be the other way around? First to come down, then to go up. If you're a person, you go up and then you come down. But an angel first comes down, then goes up. What do you mean going up? You know, the 2 angels that came to destroy Sodom and to heal, to save Lot, they say, we are destroying this place. They took upon themselves the goddess. They didn't say Hashem. They were punished. They didn't go back up to Shemaim for 138 years. Until this point, God let them go back up to Shemaim. Then new Malachim came down. Eretz Yisrael Malachim went up. And Chutz La'aretz Malachim came down. So they're leaving now. Eretz Yisrael going to first through Syria, then into Iraq. Malachim him Olim first going up, but Jordan coming down. Bo Hine Hashem Nitzolov. God is standing not on him, next to him. The Yomer, he said to him, the first time in his life he hears the Vuah. The Yomer Ni Hashem Elokei Avram. He was 77 years old. The first time in his life he heard the Vuah. Avram also the first time when he was 70. Brisbane Absorim. Hine Hashem Nitzolov standing by him, Lamor. Yomer, he said, Ni Hashem Elokei Avram. I am Hashem, the God of Avram Avichu, your father. And the Yitzchak, and the God of Yitzchak. Hashem Yudke Vavke Elokei Avram. Avram is Midas Arachimim with everybody, so it says Yudke Vavke. But Elohei Yitzchak is Midas Hadin, so use the word Elohei. The land that she's laying on, the Choat, and then I'm going to give it to you. your children. So Rashi says he took the whole Eretz Yisrael and crushed it up under Yaakov, and under his little there few feet, the whole Eretz Yisrael. Do you mean all the mountains and all the people and all the animals just died? It's only a marshal. At the end of time, when Mashiach comes, it'll be so easy to capture the land, just like you laying down on Daled Amos, it'll be yours. After they'll be forced, or maybe voluntarily you do tshuva, then comes easy. Nothing, no problem. Your children will be like the dust of the earth. You will spread out west, east, Savannah north, and Negbo south. And all families of the earth will be blessed through you, or Nivracha will be connected to you. So it means to graft is the same word. Uzarech on your children. Why you compare them to Achar? Sometimes you compare it to Chol, to sand, and sometimes to stars. Let me tell you why. All life comes from Ofar. All food comes from Ofar. Man came from Ofar, and Tchias HaMesim comes from Ofar. All life comes from Ofar. Everything you eat comes from Ofar. Everything you eat, even a cow, has to eat the grass that comes on the ground. Ofar means life, eternal life. And sand means indestructible. And you can walk on us, but you can't destroy us. And also, we are individual kernels of sand. But when you put water on it, there's achdus. When there's Torah amongst Klal Yisrael, there's achdus. You can't separate the sand, there's one clump. And stars, we're indestructible, untouchable, and we bring light to the world. So we are compared to Kochavim, Chol, and Ofar. V'hinei Anochi Mocha, I'll be with you. Don't fear Esau or Lavan. Ushmaticha b'chol asher telech, and I'll protect you wherever you go. No other people will ever touch you either, hurt you. Ashivosichu el Adom Azos, I'll bring you back to this land. Physically capable person you'll be. I will never abandon you until I do what I said about you. I will never abandon you. You will have food and clothes and protection and mental and physical health, and you'll come back here. Yikat Yaakov Mishnos, and Yaakov woke up from his sleep. Why do you have two yuds in Beyikat? Beyikats. Esau was Min HaShemayim. Hashem wanted him there. He wanted him to hear the dream. Therefore, he did not get up till the morning. Vayash came into the morning. By Yikat, he got up and went back to sleep because Hashem wants him to sleep there. Because this is the place, the holiest place on earth. Vayikat Yaakov Mishnoso. And there's a dot. There's a dogish in the shin. Mishnoso. Mishnoso. He learned for 14 years in yeshiva and never went to sleep. More than half an hour. This is the first time he went to sleep. Because in the yeshiva he went to sleep only mishnoso. From his learning he fell to sleep. But he never went to sleep. He was the first time he went to sleep. In all other 14 years he was learning from his Mishnah, which means he collapsed and got tired, but it's the first time he went to a normal sleep. Behold, God is in this place. I never knew that. I wouldn't have slept here. Yira, 2 years. Again, he feared. How fearful is this place? This is nothing but the house of God. This is the gateway to heaven. Then Vayash came out from Baboker, but he kept on sleeping there. Only got up in the morning. Because he realized Hashem wanted him to be there and experience this. Yashman Baboker, Evan took the one stone, he put 12 stones around his head and became one stone. That represents the Klal Yisrael. 12 will one day have Achdus, will be one. Ashir Shtom Marasho, something that he put around his head. Yosef also Matzeva, he made up put a Matzeva, a manma, which became the base of English. Yitzok Shemen al Rosh, he put oil on there, because oil always goes higher than anything it's mixed with. Yisrael was superior to all nations. And the idea of Yahadus is superior, therefore it goes to the top. That's why light, menorah comes from oil. That's the highest liquid in the world, oil, because it always flows to the top. Yikoshem HaMokom, who basically called it the house of God. Well, is it what we call today Bethel or Yerushalayim? They're 20 miles apart, So it says, he went all the way to Choron, then he said, maybe I didn't daven in a place my father and my grandfather davened. So he started to go back to Yerushalayim, and he hit Bethel, and we stopped Bethel. Hamaria came to Bethel, and they met right there. So it's called Yerushalayim Bethel. For that moment, they were one place. Imagine, and they said, Ulam Luz Shem Mokum Rishona. The place was called Luz originally. Okay, now I want to show you something. There's a map that came out in 2003 by a satellite photograph company in Tel Aviv, totally Chiloni. It took a picture of Eretz Yisrael, of Israel, at 580 miles up. And the picture came out, beautiful, the whole Eretz Yisrael from Lebanon all the way down to the Red Sea, to the bottom. And they noticed over the town of Bethel, if anyone knows what I'm talking about, because you can Google it, what's it called, satellite picture of Israel, and you'll see the picture. Over the town of Bethel, in the rock is engraved Yud Hey Vav Hey. Here it is. Can't see it from there. I have the real glossy. The glossy is about 3 feet long. This week, in Mamish, over 20 miles north of Yerushalayim, in Bethel, you see in the mountain grotto at 580 miles up, Yud Hey Vav Hey. He said, I didn't know Yud Hey Vav Hey was in this place. It took 4,000 years till we got a satellite picture. 2003. You want to Google it? I don't know what the name of the company is. It's a satellite picture of the state of Israel. And you'll see over Bethel is the letters engraved in the mountain. Yud Hey Vav Hey. Okay, Rabbi Yosef, that's the end of our shir today. And you can listen to my shir on Kol Halashon. And every day we have a different shir. We're up to 2,300. And I'll give you the number of Kol Halashon. It's not the New York number. It's the major headquarters in Yerushalayim. And the name of I dial it by push button. I don't even know the number. Here it is. Yeah. The number is you dial, one number all of the United States. 1-718-395-2440. And if you don't dial my code, you'll never get me. I'm 11101. As soon as the guy starts talking, you can dial 11101. And if you want to have Torah for the week, or any of Torah, you dial 11104. And you can hear this daily Aliyahs, Sunday, Yav Rishon, Monday, Yav Sheni. Okay, Rabbi Yisai,